Folks, welcome back. Today we are going to do a little comparison between LCD, which is an amazing brand, and then we're also going to compare it against a Mini GT. So, of course, these are the McLaren F1s. I will say, very nice castings by both of these companies. This one costs about half the price, or maybe a little bit less than half the price of this one, so keep that in mind. Typically, you can pick up these Mini GTs for about anywhere from like $12 to $15 US. So I don't know how it is in other regions, but that's what it is here in the United States. And you can pick up these LCD models for usually about 25. Sometimes the really intricate models will be like 30 or 35, but they're usually like $20 to $30. You can pick one of these up. So these are, on average, I would say probably about twice the price of a Mini GT. So keep that in mind, because that will be important in the deciding factor if you are going to go with one or the other. So let's take a quick look at the Mini GT, then we'll take a quick look at the LCD, and then we'll kind of compare them, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. So the Mini GT, we have reviewed this before. This is an amazing car. Mini GT did an incredible job with it, in my opinion. So this one is in the Magnesium silver color, which is a very nice metallic silver. It looks really good, really clean. And yeah, the paint on both of these models is fantastic. So we're not really going to compare that because Mini GT does really good paints and so does LCD. So, but yeah, really nice color on this one. And then the wheels, you do have like the little yellow lug in the center. 5-spoke wheels, they look really good. They're kind of like in this bright silver metallic color. Tire tread details are very accurate to the real car, which is also good. And yeah, wheels on the Mini GT are very nice. The headlights are very clear. You do have the two bulbs back in here, which looks incredible. You have your McLaren badge up here. You got your blinker and whatnot down here as well. Some venting. And then you have this little frunk. So very nice. The mirrors are pretty accurate. Very nice, very sturdy, but they are rubber. And then obviously you can see the interior on the Mini GT is not going to have any color or anything, but it is a pretty accurate interior with that center steering, that center driver's seat. And then on the side, you have these really nice body lines and whatnot, where it kind of angles into the door. Looks really good. The top, you have this little air scoop that feeds air down into the engine bay, as well as a little bit of slotted vents along the side of that, and then some more grills and whatnot back here. Rear end of the Mini GT looks really nice. You got the McLaren F1 badging on this venting right here. Then you have the orange and red taillights for the blinker and the brake lights. Quad exhaust, and then they kind of molded the plastic down here to kind of, it almost looks like it's simulating carbon fiber, or it might just be like mesh venting. Either way, it looks really good from the rear angle. And yeah, it's a very nice casting. Mini GT did a good job with it, like I said. So that's a quick overview of the Mini GT. We'll go ahead and do the same with this LCD right here. So let's go ahead and get it opened. And just so you guys know, because this is a big factor for me, but LCD is, all of their models are officially licensed. So you got McLaren licensing right there. This is actually not, oh yeah, it is. I don't know what I'm thinking. Never mind. I was going to say that's not the right box, but then I remembered that one is purple. So yeah, both are licensed by McLaren, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important things about a model is that it's licensed. So give me a sec. We'll go ahead and pause. I'll take that off the base, and then we'll take a look at it. So again, with the LCD, very, very nice paint on this one. This one's in kind of like that purple, that light purple color. It looks really nice. It is another metal flake paint. Like I said, both the paints on these are amazing, so we're going to give them both the same amazing rating for it, if you want to consider it. But yeah, really good paint. So starting off with the wheels on the LCD. Again, you have that center yellow lug, which is, I don't know if it's more detailed than the Mini GT, but it does look nice. The wheels are a little bit more intricate than the Mini GT because there actually is like some texturing in the spokes right here. And then the other really important thing is that there are brake details on this. So you can see you have the drilled brake disc back there where it's got all the holes in it. They're not actual holes, but they're kind of molded into it. And then you also have a yellow brake caliper. And then on the rear, same thing, calipers at the front. and that's going to be the same for all 4 wheels. The tire tread is also the same, and it looks really good. And you can see a little bit of the tread on the sidewall on the top of the wheel right there, which is fine. I think Mini DT is, yeah, about the same. A little bit more on the LCD, but yeah, the wheels look really nice on this one, and you do have the added bonus of the brake discs, which is a big factor. The mirrors on this one are also pretty accurate, pretty good. These ones are going to be hard plastic, not rubber, so a little bit more rigid, but also could be a little bit more fragile if you were to drop a model like this. The mirrors on this one also have reflective stickers on them, which is it's a nice little detail. The inside of the car on this one is a lot better than the Mini GT. There's not a whole lot of color going on, but as you can see on the dash and on the seats, there is actually like an Alcantara type of texture. I don't know if it's paint. I don't know if it's like actual Alcantara, but there is like a textured gray in there, which in my opinion adds a lot to the car. And that is accurate because a lot of these supercars and stuff do have like the Alcantara type fabric or whatever. So really nice on that. The front end of the car, you do have the McLaren badge right there. It's kind of set into the car a little bit, and it has like some red around the border. It's actually a separate piece. It's almost like a photo etched chrome piece, which is really nice, a little bit better than the Mini GT. The headlights look amazing. The acrylic is really clear, and it has a little bit of the black outlining going around the headlights, just like the Mini GT does. But the headlights on this one are much better because you can see those lenses back there. If I can get them in the right light, the lenses behind the acrylic are actually like, they've got chrome, and then it looks like they're actually lensed off with some acrylic. So amazing headlight detail on this one. And then the rest of the front end is pretty much the same. You got the front, you've got the little reflectors right here, just painted on or tampoed on, so that's fine. But man, when you catch these headlights in the right light, they actually like shimmer. It's really cool. This side going to be pretty much the same, pretty spot on with how Mini GT's is detailed. The roof pretty much the same as well. You've got this little vent again, these slots on the side. You do have a little bit of detail down in here for the engine bay, but it's all just black. I think Mini GT is the same. Or maybe they don't really have any. Yeah, they do. They both have pretty much like the same engine detail, just black, but they both do have like these little like, I don't know if they're like fuel lines or whatever, electrical lines, have the same thing. Same like kind of venting and meshing back here. And then this is another part where the LCD is a little bit better. You have the McLaren on the license plate right there, which is fine. I kind of wish the license plate wasn't on there, but I think it's okay. The taillights, pretty good. You got the acrylic, one orange, one red, but they actually, if you look into the acrylic, it's kind of hard to get it on camera. But if you look into the acrylic, it almost looks like it has like a bulb detail back in there, which is cool for taillights. Then you also have your McLaren F1 badging. That is a separate piece. Mini DT's was printed on. That's a separate piece. You have your exhaust details down here, just in black. And then you also have this meshing. So that, I guess it is supposed to be meshing. And then a little bit of a rear diffuser. You've got these big like grates down here. And then the bottom of it is actually kind of like it's not actual like a print, but they've kind of done like that side etching, and it makes the whole bottom kind of look like a carbon fiber type texture, which is cool. And another big thing that sets this apart is this back grille right here is photo etched metal. And I believe this one right here where these exhaust tips are is photo etched metal as well. So obviously that's better than the Mini DT. But yeah, there's an overview of the LCD. My thoughts. Like we said, this one's about twice as more expensive. Also, I should note that the bottom of the LCD is plastic. I should also note that these both roll pretty well. The Mini DT does roll a little bit better. Mini DT rolls a little bit smoother, but the LCD the wheels kind of get stuck a little bit, but the wheels do turn freely on it, which I think is good. I don't really care about whether they roll or not. It doesn't matter to me, but I know a lot of you guys do care about that. So there is that. So in the rolling category, Mini DT wins. but and also in the paint, it's kind of a tie. Other than that, that's kind of where Mini DT kind of falls flat. It is an amazing casting for the price point. Don't get me wrong, but the details that LCD offers for the price, I think, just kind of blow Mini DT out of the water. Like the headlights on the LCD are miles better, even though the Mini DT look fine. On the back, all the photo etched grill and meshing back here blows Mini DT out of the water. The separate McLaren, like the photo etched McLaren badges on the LCD on the front and the back, kind of blow Mini DT out of the water. But the Mini DTs are fine. And yeah, obviously the wheels on the LCD do look better in general, but the Mini DTs are fine. These just have a little bit more detail in the spokes, and then also the brake details and whatnot kind of kill Mini DT. So, but once again, for the price, I think the Mini DT is absolutely amazing. But if you want to spend a little bit more and get a really nicely detailed one with Alcantara, with actual like bulbs in the headlights, photo etched metal on the back, separate badges, brake details, and also some really nice paint and a really accurate car, definitely spend a little bit more and try to find one of these LCDs for around $25. But if you don't really care, you just want a nice McLaren F1, don't really want to spend a ton, definitely get the Mini GT. One of the colors. They've released 3 colors so far, and they're all amazing. I think the Magnesium Silver is my favorite just because I think it looks really clean. But yeah, LCD wins this one. It's not really close. And also they are both very accurate to scale. You can see right there. The Mini GT might be a tad bit longer, but they're so close that I don't really think you can knock either for that. But yeah, the LCD is definitely better, but I totally understand if the Mini GT is perfectly fine for you, because it's perfectly fine for me. I just happen to really like LCD. So there's your comparison. Do with that information what you will. Yeah, I like both. LCD is definitely a better model as far as accuracy, but Mini GT, we all love Mini GT. Mini GT is awesome. So I appreciate you guys watching. Also, a little side note, Pop Race did announce that they were doing a McLaren F1 in the orange color. I'm sure Mini GT will do one in the orange color as well. Whenever that comes out, we will do another comparison between I don't know, maybe we'll do a 3-way comparison between all 3 brands. But we'll for sure compare the Pop Race to the Mini GT, because Mini GT is just more widespread. More people buy Mini GT than they will an LCD. So, and I'll tell you right now, the LCD is going to win that comparison against the Pop Race anyway. So we'll definitely do a comparison between Mini GT Pop Race when it comes out. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching very much. At the time I'm filming this, I believe we are about 15 subscribers away from 2,000, which is insane. So by the time this gets uploaded, we might already be at 2K. So if we are, or if we aren't, I appreciate you guys. I just really appreciate you guys watching the videos and supporting me. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video.